God, I hate these questions. Would things be different if things were different? I don't know, maybe.
That's not what this show is about.
Getting hit by an actual hot dog is pretty funny. Yeah.
Unrelenting shit show. Listener, definitely go and look up the
What
videos.
did you say, Joey? We're going with Britney Spears' Baby Safety Night.
Oh my God. Please.
Wait, what the hell did you
Gentlemen,
brothers?
how are we doing?
Fellas.
I am.
Welcome.
I'm having a great time.
Yes,
I'm
you
sad.
are. We're going to say why here,
sad.
too. Well, welcome to the Juice Boy Show. Three brothers-in-law, so freaking stupid. So stupid. We started a weekly sports podcast, and we're too stupid to stop at 45 lovely episodes
45.
with our Juice Junkies. Thank you for joining us up the third tier. We got Mr. Pulp Pelletier, Juice Boy Joe. Shows drop every Friday.
At
Be sure
your
to follow on
service.
Instagram, YouTube, Tickety Talk, all the latest fun piece of sports content. We're so back, bounded by the 3Bs, booze, bullshit, betting, all the things. Guys, we have
Are you in a
surprises.
rush?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
we
yeah.
on a timer?
Yeah, you're
Chris has
going
been
quick.
beating
Okay.
dough for the last 2 hours, and we're behind schedule. We got to
true.
speed it up.
Making
Yeah.
some sweet sourdough.
We got a
gonna be
special surprise for the
fantastic.
Juice Junkies. We are so good at 2/3 of the turds being in the same room at the same time, and that is happening.
Well, we tried to be in the same room, Cody,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't
At
know.
least at the same house. That's fine.
We're in the same house. We got to talk to the big boys who do this for a living. How do you record everybody in the same room without having an echo? I don't know. I don't
You
know
gotta
how
be smarter
they do
than
it.
us. Gotta be smarter
They
than us.
have to be. So I'm sitting out here right now on my beautiful deck in the amazing last little bits of sunshine we have today and enjoying this fantastic bottle of larceny and having my brother-in-law Cody in my house. Like this is he's in my bedroom recording on my desk. And I'm outside. Yeah. So we're together but separate.
Yeah, and I'm in Joe's
Same,
smelly ass
but different.
room with his dumbass fire on the TV that
Hell
everyone's
yes.
come so used to. And I'm drinking Joey's booze, which is always the best booze, is
Oh,
your brother-in-law's
Free
booze.
booze. Yeah.
tastes
Chris,
great.
Yeah.
What are you drinking in your lonely little office of yours?
I am drinking a nice glass of Bullet, made
yeah.
Oh, I love
a
both.
little more tangy. I drip some of my own tears in there.
Yep.
He's
salty.
Because I am
He's
all
not
by
with you.
myself and extraordinarily depressed about it.
Of course. Well, you guys all know the drill. We got a sports docket, squeeze of the week.
Well, we're just gonna
big
move past
potato. Yeah.
Good to feel.
And a big-
good to feel heard, boys.
Yeah, big stat of the day. Also, we have two things before we even start. I mean, Chris is bitching about me and Joey being together. Me and Chris went golfing literally 2 days ago together
You did, and I
without
couldn't.
Joey,
It was amazing. It was
and
not
we had
amazing.
a
It was a
hell
great time.
of a time. It was just so many things. I can't even remember. There was tee boxes going in the same direction. You were always getting hit
Yeah, there
into
were
or
two
hitting
tee
into somebody.
boxes where you were teeing off crisscrossing where the
Yes.
other tee box was teeing off.
Yep.
And so you were both crisscrossing over the same lake. One of those tee boxes leads to a green where you then drive up after the green and drive into the
Oncoming.
following tee box. And so people are teeing off like you were at
It's
ground
mayhem,
zero to go ahead and just take a golf ball through the skull.
You want to play rustic golf? You go play Mad Russian. Like, are the greens good? No.
Nope.
Are there fairways? Kinda.
Yep.
You know,
Serviceable.
like is there?
Serviceable.
Are there any directions? No.
No,
And you just go out and hack it, and it is
just
fun.
hack.
There's one fairway that's at a left to right slope at like 35 degrees. And
Yep.
so the goal is to hit up and into the rough on the left side and let it trickle down and hope that it stops before it gets to the right rough.
Oh,
Yeah.
you see it run all the way across.
Well, I successfully did this time only to realize that the trees that I was hitting into so that it could trickle down had 3 dudes standing directly behind them. And
Yes.
so I piped one right at them. Luckily, it got stopped by the trees and then did trickle down into the middle, but I sure as shit got saved from a lawsuit by that tree.
Of course, but also we learned on hole 1, both carts have to sign something. They don't say what it is, and then after you ensue into the chaos, you realize, oh, you're just signing your life away if you kill someone or are killed by a golf
Jeez,
ball.
did you guys just see that? Like the hummingbirds just literally just dive bomb my. That was incredible. I hope that was on video. I hope we recorded
I
that. That
missed
was
that.
insane.
Joey is taking on nature.
Joey is a mid-90s Disney princess, in case nobody knew.
3 feet away from our hummingbird feeder right now, and that was exhilarating.
One of those hummingbirds shit on me earlier this morning, so that's a happy.
No one more deserving.
Okay, Chris. Also, we heard we love promoting dreams that have all of us in it. Chris said he had a dream that we've had.
I forgot about that.
The Juice Junkie dreams. Chris had a dream
last night. I had a dream that we were in an international beer chugging competition, and we wiped the floor of the Chinese.
Even
team.
me? Was I participant? Oh, Chinese team.
No,
Yeah, it was the most incredible thing is that we're chugging beers, but we're just chugging cans of beers.
Okay.
There's no there's no thought process there, and we're not chugging like light beers. Like Joey was chugging like a double IPA, like we were chugging like microbrews, like the worst shit to like keep chugging more and more of. We were crushing it despite having apparently given no thought whatsoever to any sort of strategery and how we ought to execute this. Still managed to send the Chinese team packing though,
and we won. Okay,
we won. Yeah.
Did I drink beer?
We won.
Yeah, you did. We all did. We
That was
crushed
a
it.
dream. That was a dream then.
That was a dream. McCoy
I've been
and I
dreaming
were
that since
drinking
the
beer.
first day I met him. I was like, just try this beer.
No. Joe, do you have a chaser today? I forgot to ask.
I do, because today was my last day of work for the summer, fellas. I do not work again
Congrats
until
on the
August
unemployment.
1st. Yeah, it is not fantastic. So I have Lagunitas Island Beats Tropical IPA. Something just get me in the summer mood, feeling
love it.
Rasta. I'm on
There it
summer,
is.
bro.
You
I'm on
found it.
summer, bro. There we go.
Meanwhile, me and Chris work tomorrow morning. So moving on
do.
to the sports docket.
Me.
You're the worst, Joe. All right, are the NBA Finals and the NHL Finals over? It's just boring. 2-0 on each. I don't even know what to say about it. Boston just blowing them out. Edmonton can't come back. Is it even worth it? Is it even worth watching, paying attention?
NBA, yes. NHL, no. All right. The NBA Finals is over. The NHL Finals is not, because they're going to Edmonton. So Florida won the first 2 games there, and I'm so freaking pissed about it. In game 2, 4-1, like McCoy, we were watching it together. They just gave up, dude. And that was just like embarrassing to watch. I was like, what is happening? All right. And they're going to Edmonton. I think if they win both in Edmonton, it's a series again. And I actually expect it to happen. I think they're going to win both. Now, they just won 2 in Boston. Now they're going to Dallas. I don't think it's going to be anything different. I think Boston has just proven they are the shit. They are who we thought they were. And we're going to see them probably sweep. I would not be surprised to see them
sweep.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll get one.
Okay.
They always get one.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Even Kristaps is hurt again. I think I don't know. I don't
When
think
is he
they
not hurt though? I mean, come on.
exactly. I don't think
Game one.
think Dallas. Yeah, and I had 3/4 of game 2, and he looked outstanding.
Yeah, he was lighting the world on fire.
Oh my God, he looked good.
I took ownership of it on this podcast. Like I was rooting for Edmonton. I wanted to see McDavid hoist that cup. I was pulling for Luka and Kyrie. And then I texted you both. I realized not only did I have a preseason Boston NBA championship bet,
You're the worst.
I have a preseason
Just happened to do that. You forgot
Panthers
about it.
preseason NHL.
Yeah. No, you did not.
Stanley
You
Did you really?
Finals bet. Yep.
Oh,
yep.
you
So I am going to
psycho.
go ahead and make a hard turn here and root for my own bank account and
Oh
against
my
my own
gosh.
heart. So let's go Florida. Let's go Boston.
You asshole.
Get the sweeps done, boys.
Oh.
Let's go and let's put some money in my kids' college fund.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Both of
You
them?
gotta be kidding
What were
me.
your odds?
Damn, what a ballsy bet for the Panthers. They lost last year. You're like, nobody, I can't say nobody, because NHL, if any team's going to do it, the NHL is like, that's just, they're scrappy as shit and they're going to let it go. But you don't lose the year before and come back and win. The Patriots did it because Tom Brady's Tom Brady. But,
Oh my
it's just.
gosh. Does everything have to come back to fucking Tom Brady?
If it's
Jeez.
sports, of course it does.
Also, U.S. Open is this weekend, guys. Oh my gosh.
Hell yes,
Scotty
it is.
Scheffler won last week. He's won, was it 5 events this year already?
Jesus
And he's had a
Christ.
baby, and he's been to prison.
Yeah, I saw like
Not
in the
prison.
last 7
Not
of
prison, went to jail. Yeah.
in 7 of the last 12 weeks, he has either won a golf tournament, had a child, or gone to jail.
What the hell has this guy been through? It's just
What a
the
year.
ringer. The ringer. You know,
So are you picking the field or Scotty? That's the big question, Chris. Are you picking the field or Scotty in the U.S. Open?
Are we taking picks at the end of this? Or are we talking about it, folks?
I mean, I'm a big fan of let's take picks, but let's go ahead and say that we all have to shake it up some. No Rory for me. No Scotty or Max Homa for Joe.
No!
Cody, you don't have to worry about John Rahm because he's not playing.
Fucking Saudi simp.
Where are they playing at, Chris, this year?
Pinehurst.
Pinehurst. I love that course. This is like, oh my God, how many times they played that there? Probably like 7 or 8 at this point. It's been a lot. I love Pinehurst. It's great.
And that's the incredible thing is, the U.S. Open always tries their best to just bring most difficult, the most challenging course conditions each and every year. I watched a video earlier today where somebody dropped a golf ball about 4 or 5 feet onto the green, and it rolled a good 30 feet away down Jesus. And into just like this hard pack mix of sand and like long grass. It's like, yeah, that's what you get when you play at the U.S. Open.
Oh, long ass roughs, right? So if you don't hit the fairway, you were like clubbing down geez.
They're cutting the greens with the bald head shaver that I see on Instagram all the time, one that conforms to your head and just gets down to almost cement level, and then they let like 30 steps off of the fairway to 5 foot deep. It's just like this is impossible playing conditions.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll make picks at the end of the show, but I assume Scotty is the favorite. The man is on fire right now. He has a record.
Yeah,
he's not sleeping. He is just running on fumes right now, getting dubs, making money.
He's not going to minus 275. Minus 275 for top 10. Minus 140 for top 5. Plus 300 for winner. I mean, that's wow. That's pretty remarkable odds there.
Yeah. He's like us at Mad Russian this week. That's what he's like.
I wonder if you watched like any tape of us at Mad Russian was like, this is what I'm looking to be.
Yeah.
This is who I'm trying to embody.
Also, of course, as we're pulling up, a dude he's blasting country music louder than he could probably hear it 3 holes away. So it's just that's this type of course going on that we were playing.
That's what it is. Go play Mad Russian. Go support. It's fun.
It was lovely. All right.
That's all. Also, that's all you can say. It's fun. It's not great.
No, that's it. There's fun. You might die. You know who's not making as much money? Danny Hurly said, kick rocks, L.A. Lakers, the most prestigious job, supposedly, blah, 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 for the Lakers. Turned down a 7-year, $90 million deal, I believe, to go cross-country, to leave UConn. He's built a program, 2 rings.
Oh, fellas, I love when Lakers fans are sad, and today Lakers fans are sad. I honestly think that this is starting to set a precedent of like how much money is being injected into college athletics. By that, I mean football and basketball. Yeah. Like college athletics are not crazy far behind as far as, you know, salary per year for the tippity top tier coaches. And I think he's looking at this and going, do I want to be the next person on the chopping block, you know, having their being cut off at the knees by LeBron James' ego, especially
40-year-old LeBron James.
LeBron James is fighting to keep up with today's game, with younger players. And do I want to be put in a position to where, hey, I take the reins and now all of a sudden I'm being told by ownership, by the way, we're drafting Bronny.
I was just going to say, of course he said no.
I don't even get the say in my own draft the very first time I take the helm as an NBA coach. Like,
that's a great point. He's averaging 3 points a game, not even getting a ton of minutes at USC, and you're going to be
he's staying in the draft. Yeah, he's staying in the draft. He's not going to the transfer portal. He's going to stay in the draft. Chris, you made a great point with how much money these college coaches are making. Dan Hurley would be the 4th, I think it was, I saw it today, 4th or 5th highest paid coach in the NBA. Right, like with his current contract he has at Connecticut. Why would he leave? And again, he's not a guy that's going to be someone who wants to come in and have 40-year-old asshole LeBron James telling him what to do.
And they might trade Anthony Davis. Like, what's the team? What is the roster?
Dan Hurley's a dick. And he's a really good coach because that dude's an asshole. And he expects perfection. He expects his system being played exactly as it was. Last year was one of the best college coaching performances we maybe have ever seen, with him losing his entire roster and then starting it back up again.
Doesn't even matter.
With nobody.
Doesn't even matter.
Having the same system, the same everything. You buy into what I'm telling you to do, we will win. And they went back to back, and it wasn't even freaking close, dude. They steamrolled this last tournament.
They never broke a sweat.
They steamrolled. So, and he said that today, and I have a lot of respect for Dan Hurly, where he said, he respectfully declined their amazing offer, but he is starting a program, and he's starting a legitimate championship
he wants to be
dynasty.
The Coach K of UConn.
John Wooden,
and I don't blame him.
I
don't blame him whatsoever.
Yeah, the Bronny James point is glorious. I'm going to move my family cross country to maybe not have Anthony Davis, to have a 40-year-old LeBron James who's going to force me to get his son, and then you're going to fire me in 2 years anyway.
And
he's building a program.
Your team is then Rui Hachimura. All right, here we go. I'm going to take it all with Rui. It's just they have nobody besides LeBron and AD. They have nobody.
Here's a question. Does Danny Hurley accept the job if the one and done rule was still the biggest move in college basketball? Does Danny Hurley jump and take the Laker job? Now NIL force maybe basketball players to stay. They can get paid. You can build a roster, build a program.
God, I hate these questions. Would things be different if things were different? I don't know. Maybe.
That's not what this show is about. Damn it! This show is about what if things were different. Would they be different? I think he would take it.
Why not?
I don't think he would. I don't think he would because LeBron's that big of a bitch. It's just you don't want to go into that situation. You don't. What coach are they going to find to go into that situation? To go
JJ Redick.
Second,
obviously.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. That's exactly who they're going to get to go in there. It's exactly the same thing they tried with Steve Nash and went with that freaking debacle of that bullshit of the three of my most hated players of all time on the same team together. And then Kyrie just said, "No, I mean he's kind of the coach. We're all the coach." It's that's what LeBron needs right now. He needs a JJ Redick to be like, "Go shut up and do what I tell you to do." JJ.
Yeah. Wasn't LeBron James in the league before JJ Redick was?
Exactly. Whatever.
JJ Redick has no shot. Also, shout out to Rob Pelinka, the GM of the Lakers. How the fuck does he still have a job? I don't understand it.
I have no idea.
He's riding Kobe Bryant's ass to this day. Kobe's in the graveyard, and Rob Pelinka's still riding his ass.
Is it because he looks like Rob Lowe? I think that's got to be the only
That'll
reason.
Get you real far in life.
It gets you real far.
God, we could all be so lucky.
I mean, he's still on 911 Lone Star or whatever the hell it is.
That's the one.
And
that's it.
Yeah,
Beautiful man.
Beautiful, and that just so realistic in emergency EMS television. It's But no, Rob Pelinka, it has to be connections. It has to be that he's in with Jeannie Buss. It has to be that he's in with Magic Johnson. It has to be that he's there has to be some personal connections. There has to be, because this makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense.
Shout out to Danny Hurley. So saying, "Hey Lakers, shove it." The whole country was a round of applause. They're not a premier team. They're not a
Hurley would.
Oh, you just make that up?
Oh man.
No, that was on ESPN today. No, that was on First Take. Yeah,
You're supposed to say
would.
That's ours. Damn it.
Yeah, I made that up.
Yeah, there we go.
Nobody watches
All
First
right.
Take. Nobody watches First Take anyway. So
No. All right, wrapping up. Christen McCaffrey's been named the Madden Cover for the newest edition of the legendary game. His poor kneecaps.
R.I.P. Yeah,
the Madden Curse.
Do we still believe in this?
He already has issues. Of course.
Do we still believe in this after Brady and Mahomes? They graced it together. Is this still a thing?
We're playing percentages, though. The percentage.
Okay, all right. In the 90s and 2000s, everybody who went on that cover was just dead the next year. Do you remember when Peyton Hillis was on the cover?
Yeah.
Oh my
gosh. That's exactly who I was going to bring up.
He
just disintegrated to nothing.
I mean, he was a brawler. He had 1,400 yards, over 10 touchdowns that season for the Browns, and was just this smash mouth, badass, awesome football. Then after that, nothing. Like he got hurt, and like we never heard of him again until he saved his daughter from drowning in the pool, and he almost died. Did you hear about that? Peyton Hillis is like a legitimate hero. Like that's amazing. But no, like, is it still a thing? Is the curse still a thing?
Yes, of course it is. What are you talking about? Odell Beckham Jr., of course. Antonio Brown really got hit in the ass by that one.
Yeah, that was a little bit more personal decisions than it was football decisions.
Rob Gronkowski, same thing. Gronk was it. Who else? Sherman was hurt and old. Yeah. Barry Sanders retired because of injuries. Calvin Johnson retired because of injuries. Peyton Hillis just talked about.
Take that back with both those Lions. They did not retire because of injuries. They retired because of the Lions. And they were stuck at that franchise.
Calvin Johnson can't even walk anymore. Have you seen his fingers?
But not when he was playing. He was still the prime of his career. They were doing nothing to support him. Him and Barry did the exact same thing. Barry hit 2,000 yards 2 years before he retired and then they said, no, we're not doing anything to help you. He's like, all right, I'll quit. And they both
Vince Young did absolutely nothing. Sean Alexander, nothing after he broke all those records. So obviously we don't hope he gets hurt.
All right, so who do you think deserves it more?
Speaking of retirement, do we want to talk about Darren Waller?
Oh, that's a big one. So, real quick, hang on. Who do you think deserves the Madden cover more than Christen McCaffrey?
Dan Hurly. Travis Kelce. Are you kidding me? Travis Kelce does. He won 2 Super Bowl rings in a row.
No, there we are so chiefed out. We don't need any of that
shit.
Yeah, we don't need any of that shit. No.
But Gronk gets on for winning 1? I mean, come on. Get Travis Kelce in there. Christen McCaffrey did nothing against Travis Kelce and the Chiefs. That's an easy one.
Oh, my God. He just put a 2,000-yard all-purpose season.
Did he end up with the jewelry? No. Put Kelce and Taylor Swift on there.
Brady should have been on it 6 times, 7 times. Boo, that's a bad argument. All right, so that's enough with the Madden. Let's talk about the real issues. Did you see that Darren Waller divorced Kelsey Plum, put out the most ridiculously terrible music video that has ever existed in the history of man, and now
it got shit on so hard. He's like, I quit. I'm done. I'm out. Bye.
That music video was so bad. He has to retire. He's like, I can't come back from that.
He was supposed to be top 3 in the league. He was for 2 years at the Raiders, and then he got paid. Go to the Giants. Poof.
One single season, and then was like, I think that's enough of having.
He pulled a Peyton Hillis.
The poor guy, unfortunately, he was wearing number 12 because he was a recovering drug addict and alcoholic, and it was a 12-step program. Something's going on with him, dude. Like, this is weird. I hope he didn't get back into it, but this is just bizarre behavior. It's just like that music video. Listener, if you haven't seen it,
definitely.
Oh my God, it is.
Is it bad? Do I need to go watch it?
He's walking on
Have
the
you
beach.
not seen it? Oh Lordy, it is. It's so auto-tuned and so horrific, and all of it is like him in like this dark beach, just ominously looking out and just like crying away. It's so bad, dude. It's
the production
so
team's like, we'll charge you $100,000 for this, and it's not going to be good. He's like,
that seems reasonable. Yeah, that seems totally fair.
Right after that, I'm retired. You cannot come back from that. You can't go into a locker room after putting that out.
That'll do it for the Sports Talk, boys.
Music.
Do we heard
No.
All right, boys. Squeeze of the week. So back after that long radio break. Thanks for joining us for another sweet episode of the Juice Boys Show. Chris, I see your name on the check here.
Ooh,
for
Chris has got a
squeeze of the week. It's been a while, friend.
Chris is
doing on something?
Yeah, so it came out, I think yesterday, that Caitlyn Clark got snubbed for the U.S. Women's Olympic team.
Boo.
And I think that was the right call.
Oh, my.
What? Okay. What? Oh, what? So we were talking about this earlier. Like, where's he going to go? Okay, let's hear it.
What?
Let's hear it. Yeah.
Fellas, so here's the thing. So 4 times ever has a WNBA rookie been selected for the U.S. Women's Olympic team. 3 of those 4 had previously played on the Women's National Junior Championship team. And then the other who did not play on that was Sabrina Carpenter, who was a phenomenal freak of an athlete.
God.
I think if we on this podcast are going to give shit to the fact that Bronny James is about to get drafted into the NBA just because he's Bronny James, then we need to be consistent and recognize that, hey, Caitlyn Clark is not the tippity top tier of the WNBA yet. Is she the biggest star in the WNBA right now? Sure, she's definitely the biggest name. I think that she will rise to that occasion. I think that she's got a bright future ahead of her, but I don't think you get selected for the Olympics just because you're the biggest name. You earn that position, and she frankly hasn't yet in her professional career.
Oh, Chris, this is blowing my tits right now. I cannot believe that you're taking this. I cannot believe you're taking this stance.
Oh my gosh.
McCoy, go.
Literally, the dream team, Michael Jordan, single-handedly impacted the entire world of basketball. People wanted to see him in their country playing against their country in the Olympics for the dream team. They wanted to wear his shoes. This is their moment to do that. The NBA ratings are sky high, the highest they've ever been. The attendance is the highest it's ever been. This chick is changing the game and getting more eyeballs, getting more girls to play basketball. This is your moment. Sell her out, baby. Get her in there. She's changing the game.
They're
going to win gold anyway.
Is the Olympics there to just have
expand
eyes on
the game?
Or is
yes.
it there to have an opportunity for the U.S. to put their best possible team forward? Like, is it about who has the hottest name, or is it about who is actually the best of the best in basketball? Or
I don't know. Ask Christian Laettner why he was on the fucking dream team. He was the hottest college basketball name.
They had to have one amateur on there. That's why.
Yeah, but still, he was the hottest name. Caitlyn Clark
chose him over Shaq.
Yes.
They chose him over Shaq.
Caitlyn Clark is her. You are going to change your game. The WNBA, the cap space, they have private planes now because of her. Everyone's jealous of her.
Since me and McCoy were here together today, we were talking about this, and I go back and forth on this. I agree with the side that she really hasn't earned it yet. You know, like the youngest player on that team is 26 years old. Right? These are all veterans. These are all women who have played and grinded and worked their way up through that system. Diana Taurasi's on it again. She's 41 years old. I think this is more of we're promoting the legacy than we are the current best.
The legacy that no one watched in the first place. Let's promote that across the world. That'll do good.
So then, Cody, so here's my other side. I said, you're right, because
he's playing both
sides. The Olympics is, yes, to highlight.
He always comes out on top.
To highlight your, that's right. That's called debate. All right. And so, when you can highlight your best athletes, okay, to spread the game while still allowing them to dominate and win. So, this is the time, the Olympics is the time that I watch sports that I would never, ever watch any other time ever. And it's spreading the awareness of the game, spreading the awareness of the sport. Like, Simone Biles is going to have eyes on her beyond belief again because she's on the world stage. And it's going to kind of spread gymnastics. Like, swimming kind of takes a
Simone Biles. Why would Caitlyn Clark not? You just made my point. Caitlyn Clark is Simone Biles. She's the reason you watch. She's the reason
Simone
you
Biles is the absolute tippity top. She wasn't Simone Biles because she was Simone Biles. She was Simone Biles because she stepped up and knocked it out of the park, earning medal after medal after medal after medal in every possible gymnastics.
She's the hottest name in the sport.
Because you earned that spot.
Best. Yeah,
that's the only way in the Olympics to do that. She just dominated college.
She is the Hank Aaron of gymnastics. She holds every major statistical record, and I said that because Barry Bonds is a cheater and should never be recognized. However,
you hear that, Barry? Chris, or no, Joey, what side are you taking? You're flip flopping. What side are you taking?
I'm on
right
both.
Now?
I understand both sides, and I said that.
Okay,
that's why we get.
Okay,
hey, so this is the Olympics, Joey. Is Switzerland? That's fine. Right.
Ultimately, if I have to take a point, they should have put her on.
Damn right. Diana Taurasi is the greatest women's player of all time. No one gives a shit. No one's going to watch for that.
To have her and Caitlyn on the same team, the passing of the torch, yes. I think that's a huge thing also, and to allow her to go and intermingle with these WNBA players that are beating the shit out of her right now, and maybe this would give them a new light on who she is. I don't know. I'm hoping that the men's team, as we said several times, is going to be Anthony Edwards' times to shine and show that he is the best player. And this could have been Caitlyn Clark's moment. She could have been in there. Yeah, they're saying they're only going to play her 10 minutes a game. That's fine. Let her go in there and dominate for those 10 minutes. Honor the people who deserve it, the people who are there. But I think because of what she's done for the sport and what she could bring in, and as Cody's point said, to spread the game around the world, I think that she should have been on it. But I get it. I get why she's not. So
I'll make sure that I get you each a Bronny James jersey for Christmas.
What's that to do with Bronny James, though? Bronny James did nothing in college.
We're big fans of people getting into opportunities that they haven't earned based off of hype.
She's not one of the best players in the world?
Stance that the both of you are taking. She's not in the WNBA. She's playing against the best players in the world.
Cody, he's got a point.
She's beating all the women, all the rookie records right now. What are you talking about?
She's not better than the people that are currently there. She's not going to win MVP. She might win Rookie of the Year, but she's not going to win MVP. And that's Chris's point. They're like that. She's not the top. She's not the best women's basketball player in the country yet.
Do you want to grow the game?
I do, and that's why I think she should.
Okay, all right, there we go.
Do you think that Caitlyn Clark is a household name outside of the U.S.? Like, who else? Are you thinking that international crowds are lining up to see Caitlyn Clark the same way that they did to see Michael Jordan? Like,
that's how it started. This is literally how it started. Nike's going to be there. Nike's the biggest sponsor. They're going to push the shit out of Caitlyn Clark. That's why Michael Jordan, there's a whole thing of Michael Jordan walking the streets of Barcelona. And
so once again, Cody's taking the marketing route. This is what makes the most money. Therefore, Cody is on board with that.
Nike is going to market her.
How can we make sure that we've got butts and seats and cash in our pocket? Because that's the only thing.
Because this will push the women's game more by doing that. The hottest thing in women's basketball ever, along with the GOAT of Diana Taurasi. It's just, I'm smart.
I agree with that too.
Congratulations.
You think I'm smart, Joe?
But no, I'll agree that Diana Taurasi is currently the best women's basketball player ever, besides maybe Cheryl Miller. But that's why I think it should have been. She should have been there to go and be the new face, the passing of the torch. But it is
Joey,
listener. You can submit your most outlandish sports take, like Mr. Pulp Pelletier,
yes, sir,
by emailing us at juiceboyshow@gmail.com, or send us a DM on Instagram at juiceboyshow, and then it has the pulp, that juicy pulp. Read it on the show. Chris, who's sponsoring today's show?
Hello there, dear delicious juice junkies. It's me, the worst guy at the golf course. And I'm sponsoring this episode of the Juice Boys Show. It's summertime, which means it's the perfect time of year for you juicy listeners to grab a couple of your buddies and head out to your local golf course for a day full of shit talk and great memories.
Oh, yes.
And if you're lucky, you might just get paired with me, the worst guy at the golf course. And I'm here to make sure you all know this course is not up to my expectations.
Oh, gosh.
Which I expect will be devastating news to everyone within earshot. And I'm going to keep saying it. And sure, I'm playing in the middle of the afternoon at the cheapest course in the entire city, but I expect the course to move at my pace.
Exactly.
Also, I intend to take as many mulligans as I want and blame the group in front of us for playing too slow and disrupting my tempo.
Always.
But hey, fellas, I appreciate you including me with your group. Because it's extremely important I have the opportunity to explain I'm usually a single-digit handicap after I put back-to-back in the water off the tee.
Jesus.
So this summer, as you book your tee times with your buddies, make sure you always leave a little extra spot for your brand new bestie, the worst guy at the golf course.
Shout out to that fella that Chris and I played with who was getting angry. Every hole was backed up, only to
in the middle of a Sunday.
In the middle of the Sunday.
He's playing from the tips. What a dick. Yeah.
And he's chili dipping on worm burning all these balls. He was terrible.
You guys play from the blues. I'm playing from the tips.
Yeah.
What a loser.
This guy was such an asshole.
I caddied in high school until it was a great job, until a dude like this chunked one as a private course and then threw his bag into the lake and said, "Boy, go get it."
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
I quit right there. And I was like, no.
I have a name, and you can go fuck yourself.
And so they said, no, you're
my
fired. It's like,
God.
no, you can't fire me. I just quit. That's not how this works.
Also, were you not doing a good job of caddying if he threw the bag in the water?
No, that's a really good point, McCoy. I was in high school. I was in high school. Yeah.
Hold on. I can see why you were fired. You threw the bag.
Yeah.
In the water.
No. I was not fired. I quit.
Or you weren't tending to the bag, which is rule number 1 of caddying, is tending the bag. You weren't there.
Tending the bag on grass, not.
That wasn't the bag he was tending.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Anyway, let's move into the big starchy potato. We're so excited for this one, fellas. Last week, we had such a grand old time with our stat of the day. I encourage everyone to go back and listen to it. It was the stat of the day at the end of the episode. We honored the 50th anniversary of 10-cent beer night in Cleveland.
That's right.
And where 60,000 beers were sold to 20,000 individuals. And riots occurred. So that got us thinking. We were real creative here on the show. What is the worst, funniest, greatest, most spectacular sports promotions in the history of sports? If you dig deep, a lot of minor league promotions, anything
minor
to
league
get butts
baseball
in
is
seats.
on fire.
Yes, they will do anything to get your butt in a seat. The boys dug deep into the internet to look for their favorite sports promotions. Jojo Potato, will you do the honors?
Yes, sir. So this isn't my favorite because that one's going to come up next. But I'm going to do the next biggest one besides $10. So, wow, that's today.
Whoa.
$10 beer night. Like, let's go. It's only $10. We got to go. I paid $19 for a beer in Seattle. Dell, I'm sorry, buddy. That sucks. That sucks, my boy Dell.
That does suck.
Yeah, I paid $19 for a beer in Seattle. But, however, 10-cent beer night, I don't think anything will ever top that. That's our
Roman Coliseum. Yep.
Yeah, that's our Roman Coliseum. So I think number 2 is Disco Demolition Night. Like this, if you have not heard this story, this is absolute mayhem. So it was July 12th, 1979. This was the end of the disco craze, and there was a double header in Chicago. But if people who know Chicago, like people who are really Chicago, they're White Sox fans because that's like the nitty gritty, like real Chicago. The Cubs is kind of like, everyone's Cubs fans. Wrigleyville, that's fun. The nitty gritty Chicago is the South Side, and so this was happening there. It was a doubleheader with the White Sox, and in between the games, the fans were told to bring disco like records, and they were supposed to throw them onto the field. So, but this is after an entire game has been played. So everyone is annihilated drunk, and they allowed to come in for 98 cents if they brought a record. So everyone was coming in there, and then in between the two games, it said throw the records, and everybody started throwing them on there. And then everybody started rushing the field. Fires broke out. Like, how does a fire happen? But if you've ever seen Inglourious Bastards, you know that vinyl like explodes. It burns hot. So like it's just like the old film and this vinyl that burns hot. And so like at this point it's a freaking full-blown riot just in the middle of Comiskey Park, ending on the Disco Demolition Night. Everyone just chucking in their disco vinyl records and then just going in there in this fire and stomping them all out because they got in there for 98 cents. And and people honestly say that this might have really been the official end of disco. Like after this point, this was like the symbolic end of the disco movement. Because 1980 came after that, and it was like that was it. The White Sox fans killed disco. That was it. Just mayhem. They didn't play the second game. So yeah,
on that charred field, they had to.
They didn't play the second.
Call it off.
Yeah.
Oh, you started off hot. That's a tough one to beat. That's like number 2.
Beautiful.
Chris, try and beat it.
Oh my God. I got to go with a recent one. I only just learned about this. Did you fellas know that the Philadelphia Phillies had a $1 hot dog night for 27 straight years?
Yes.
Okay. And how recent is this? Because $1 hot dog is absurd in today's economy.
It ended this year. It ended this year because last year, the very final time that they ran $1 hot dog night, Phillies fans did what all Philadelphia sports fandom does and ruined a beautiful thing. They got a little bored during the game because the Phillies were getting absolutely crushed, absolutely blown out. And they decided that we've got a whole shitload of $1 projectiles and instead started a massive food fight in the stadium. It wound up with hot dogs flying out onto the field.
Was it just the actual wiener itself, or the whole tinfoil?
There are videos. No, there are videos. It was
getting hit by an actual hot dog is pretty funny.
Yeah, it was an unrelenting shit show. Listener, definitely go and look up the videos.
What did you say, Joey? Just getting slapped by hot dogs is funny.
It was an actual hot dog.
Joey loves a good wiener slap.
A real hot dog flying and hitting you in the face versus like this, aluminum foil brick that's flying through the air. The real hot dog is pretty funny, So if they're pulling out the hot dog and throwing the hot dog, that's actually pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny.
I'm sorry, Joe. I can't actually quite tell. All the videos that I have are like just videos of like the fans from up top. But it's just a massive food fight. The entire place had to have needed a complete deep clean. Like, it's just a shit show across the entire stadium. And the Phillies went ahead and went, I think it's dead. I think we're done.
You guys ruined it. You ruined it for everyone.
Congratulations, Philadelphia fans. Yet another beloved tradition murdered by your inability to not be children.
Hot dog,
slow-mo hot dog to the face.
It'd be hilarious. It'd be hilarious. There's no way it hurts. There's no way that hurts. It's just like, what the hell was that?
Slapped with a hot dog and use that as the promo image for this.
And just super slow-mo, just like hitting my cheek in the ripple. That's what we need.
Let's make that happen.
Oh, man. Dang. All right, I'll try to keep up. You guys know the Cleveland Guardians used to have a not a great name and even a more insanely racist
Chief Wahoo
logo. Chief Wahoo. Most people, I would say, remember the terrible logo that was they had it for way too long. A caricature of a Native American. Oh, lordy. Okay.
The teeth. Just so
the teeth, the skin. Oh, man. It's so bad. So
not good.
This is so bad. This is so bad I can't even find a year for it. So one year, then the Cleveland Indians came out with a logo history fleece blanket night. That's right. A fleece blanket showcasing about 6 other extremely racist logos for the Indians. A history of
who wasn't enough.
A map of how racist they were, multi-generational racism in the form of a nice warm fleece blanket.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what to say to that.
Listener, Joey is wrapped in that blanket currently.
Yes.
I don't know what to.
Chief
I just have
keep
to
me warm.
Oh my gosh! Look at this fleece blanket. Look at these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Listener, like Chief Wahoo wasn't even nearly the worst. That was
no. This one is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, I would argue like 1 through 5, totally fine.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Pretty standard. Looks like a buffalo nickel,
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And then we go
middle
real bad.
And then it's a steep drop off into total and complete racism.
It's horrific.
It's like you can take it home with a purchase of a ticket. We'll give you a nice historical fleece blanket of the Cleveland Indians. So
I'll take it. Yeah.
Oh, cringy. That's from the owners of the 10-cent beer night. They got real creative with that one. So beat that, boys. That's bad.
McCoy, it's funny that you say, you bring that up, because the one that I'm going to talk about is kind of the complete polar opposite of what you were just talking about. And it was called Political Correctness Night.
Oh, my gosh.
So I chose this.
What could this be?
Yeah, I chose this because this is my dad's hometown, Big Cat, shout out. The Class A minor league team, the Lowell Spinners. I've been to their ballpark. It's amazing.
Lowell. 9 L's?
Or as my grandmother says, Lowell. The Lowell.
How would Tom Brokaw
Spinners.
say that?
Yeah. Lowell. Yeah. The Lowell Spinners. They're a minor league baseball team. And in 2021, I think they were getting a little bit fed up with the political correctness of what's happening with our country, and they sent out this ad to get people into the ballpark. Players committing an error will not be identified for fear for hurting their feelings, and gender neutral terms will be used to refer to players. For example, first base person instead of first baseman. Along with same lines, there will be no bat boy, but instead a bat person. Additionally, the Spinners will make every effort to not demean anyone, referring to the shortstop as vertically challenged stop. In addition, bases will not be identified as first, second, or third, and will be treated equally without numerical ranking. The foul lines will be identified as fair lines, and instead of having just one fan of the game, every fan is recognized as fan of the game. Finally, trophies will be handed out to each participant in between innings, and promotions. All contests will be evenly matched among genders for Title IX purposes. So there will be no losers, and everyone is a winner.
Oh my God. I just have to imagine some guy in an office somewhere in an affliction t-shirt thought that was the greatest idea he ever had and still believes that.
Holy cow.
So,
what was the shortstop? It was a
vertically challenged stop.
Yeah, vertically challenged stop. Yeah, political correctness night. Yeah.
Holy cow.
There you go. There you go, Lowell. There you go, Lowell. Yeah.
Chris, keep it rolling, friend. We can't stop now.
I'd love to talk about October 10th, 1995. Mm-hmm. The old LA Dodgers are hosting the St. Louis Cardinals.
It's all baseball.
And they are running the most obvious baseball promotion that you can run as a baseball team.
Uh-oh.
Let's give out some baseballs.
Oh, you did it. You did it. Oh, no. Hold on. On its head, it sounds nice and lovely.
It makes so much sense.
Whoever came up with the idea thought it was good intention.
Like had no other thought other than, why don't we give out baseballs? Like, we're the baseball game.
This is cool.
Like, that makes sense.
This is really cool. Yeah.
Souvenirs,
That makes sense. Until they realized, what are baseballs made to have done to them? They're made to be thrown. Yep.
Oh, no.
And thrown they were. Thrown in the stands, thrown out on the field during bad calls.
Oh.
There was one particularly bad call where something to the tune of, I watched an interview with Mike Piazza saying that he thought that upwards of 1,000 baseballs were thrown out onto the field.
Like at one time?
Yeah.
That must have been a spectacle.
It was just like this. There was like a little bit of video of it. Like, it's 1995. There's not a ton, but like it's just like this nonstop like trickle. Like it's not like all being thrown at once, but it's just nonstop until they finally they like stopped the game. Like, spent however long it takes to clear 1,000 baseballs off of the field. And then the umpire proceeds to make a couple of Angel Hernandez style calls, which results in more baseballs.
Oh no!
Jesus.
So
it's like, are players getting pelted?
You guessed where we're headed.
As well as I think, yeah.
So the way that all started was a player hit a home run. People get pissed off. They start chucking the baseballs out on the field. Dodgers are getting blown out. Then the Angel Hernandez style plays or calls more baseballs. They come on. They're like, hey, stop the game, clear them off again. And then said player who hit the home run is out in the outfield and gets pegged by a baseball.
Oh,
Jesus.
no.
That shit hurts, dude. Yeah.
Thus resulting in the first forfeiture since Disco Destruction Night in 1979. The umpires called the game. They blamed Tom Lasorda. They said that he was riling up the crowd, waving his arms. Tom Lasorda obviously
he was a psycho, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the first forfeiture in the MLB since Disco Destruction Night. back in 1979. It all comes full circle, boys.
Jeez.
And guys, listener, this is not planned. We're listening to this as you are.
And this has all really happened, by the way. We're not making this shit up.
Oh, yeah, this is real.
You're trying to sell seats.
Imagine being the asshole that just hucks a ball across Dodger Stadium into the crowd. You know, I'm sure people are just getting decked. Dodger Stadium's 55,000 people. That's a shitload of baseballs. You know, like that is un.
You know how many that is, Chris?
Yeah, I think that they. I think
probably 55,000 baseballs.
I think I read that like they handed out like 25,000 baseballs.
Oh my gosh!
Not everybody had a baseball, but mostly everybody.
Every other seat had a baseball. You're saying every other seat?
Dude,
so then if you throw it in the stands,
every other seat had one single opportunity to really express their discontent.
And then if you throw it not on the if you throw it into the stands, another guy is going to get a baseball. So it's a snowball.
He's going to get pissed and throw it too. What the fuck is this? You know, it's like I think I've coached a lot of sports, and the number one most injuries I've ever had between playing and coaching is coaching baseball. Baseball's hurt, man.
Yeah. Can you imagine just being at a game and out of nowhere you just get pelted by a baseball in the back of the head?
I got dropped a couple of years ago coaching high school baseball from a rogue throw from outfield. I was hitting pop flies and hit me on the temple down. Like it just dropped.
Hasn't recovered since.
Yeah.
No, jeez. No, guys, man, you make me bring up the rear here. All right, August 2006. The team is the Newark Bears. You guys know your favorite team.
Another minor league baseball.
Yep.
Of course, it's always baseball with the promotions.
We're going with Britney Spears' Baby Safety Night.
Oh my God! Please.
Wait, what the hell do you
Please tell. I'm on the
around this time.
Baby safety.
Britney Spears' Baby Safety Night. This was the year that Mama of the Year, Britney Spears, was caught driving with her baby in her lap instead of in a car seat.
Oh, no.
Whoa, right?
Hey.
So the Newark Bears...
Was she under the influence at the time as well?
It was a big thing at the deal. Remember that she went to like kind of the nut house. She shaved her head. It was a whole thing. And this all happened at the same time.
Not a great year for Britney.
Yeah. Not a great year. But the Newark Bears decided to have a little fun.
Yeah.
Yes, great year. So here's if you dressed as a baby, if you brought a baby toy, or you brought an actual baby, you got in for free. An actual
baby.
You got in for free, and you received a nice detailed.
Babies.
You received a pamphlet detailing proper baby safety precautions.
So they're trying to say this is the PSA, protect children.
Don't be like Britney Spears. So it's Britney Spears' Baby Safety Night. I bet that
might be the worst promotion I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
dude.
I think that just went nowhere. Yeah. That promised so much and went nowhere.
No, that is the worst idea. Whose idea was that? That's the
also who dressed like a baby because that's a fetish for people. Are those guys?
I'm just imagining Joey in a diaper with his glove on and a hat.
Get me in for free.
Save $6 on a minor league baseball game.
I've turned grown adults away for trick or treating. You know, I would no way in hell would I'd say you're coming into this ballpark just as a baby. Like I've grown adults come to trick or treat. Get out of here. Buy your own damn candy. This is my candy. I was like, you're not a child.
Yeah, you have the same Costco membership as me. Yeah.
What's wrong with you? This is costing me money.
Guys, that was hot.
That was beautiful, boys.
Some honorable mentions. There was a lot in there. Me and Joey found No One Night. They were trying to set a world record for least amount of attendance at a baseball game. So no one showed up, and damn it, they got the world record.
Until when though?
The fifth inning.
The record. Like apparently, actual attendance is kept at the fifth inning, and so after the fifth inning, first pitch was hit. Everyone rushed into the stadium. That's incredible. They had watch parties outside and bars. That's a great promotion. Like that. That's a hilarious promotion.
Any other honorable mentions?
Salute to indoor plumbing night. Salute to indoor plumbing night. They handed out plungers.
And then the next year they handed out toilet seats.
Yeah, exactly.
Back to back, baby.
Salute to indoor plumbing night. It's hilarious.
Chris, which one did you have?
Fellas, did you not come across Awful Night?
I did, actually.
Oh, you did? I have no idea.
All right, so the Altoona curves attempt to basically subvert every possible baseball promotion, every possible baseball expectation. So, like up on the jumbotron, players' names are misspelled and their stats are screwed up. If you go and order food, it's on purpose. Like, instead of giving out forks or spoons, they only give out sporks with all of their food. They do.
This sounds awful.
It sounds awful.
So here's the best one. So instead of doing like the kiss cam or the couple cam, they do an alone cam. They try and find people that are by themselves at the park and just feature these people sitting by themselves and put them up on the jumbotron.
That's the best promotion yet, dude. That's
poor bastards.
The alone cam. Brought to you by the Altoona Curves.
All right, juice junkies. Remember, you can listen to the show on all major podcast networks and YouTube. Please follow and rate the show and leave us a review through Apple. And we encourage you to follow the YouTube and Spotify's channels. Just push that subscribe button. Also, be a friend. Tell a friend about the podcast. Join our Juice Junkie community. We would love to have you. Cody.
Love it.
Yes, sir.
Cody.
That almost does it for us. Chris, you're sponsoring the stat of the day in our U.S. Open picks.
Boys, today's things are brought to you by something I know is extremely near and dear to all of our hearts: getting drunk by a fire.
Hey. Oh, God. I live in the mountains, dude. That's like half my life.
Summer is here, and it's time to grab a few of your buddies, a few glasses of ice, and a fresh bottle of Dickel, because you're going to be getting drunk by a fire. Getting drunk by a fire is the premium way to kill a fresh bottle of bourbon while solving all the world's ails with you and all your buddies who are equally as clueless about all the world's ails.
That's right.
Getting drunk by a fire. Because if it was good enough for our caveman ancestors, it's definitely good enough for our collective caveman asses.
100%.
Right.
Some of the best times I've had with you boys, getting drunk by a fire.
I mean, Cody's got a fire on the TV behind him.
That's
it's
right.
Joey's fire, too.
It's my fire. Yeah.
Oh, guys, I love you
Maybe
so much.
My fire. Yeah.
We're almost wrapping up here. We're going to switch it up. U.S. Open winner picks. Joey is the reigning
winner.
golf pick champion.
Chicken
Joey, you
dinner.
get the first pick. Who we got for Pinehurst?
All right, so I'm taking my boy Colin Morikawa. I love him. I really want to see him do this. I think he's got the game that the U.S. Open requires. So he's very technical. He's long off the tee, but not like he's not known for being like a masher, but he can freaking rake. And so I'm going to take Colin Morikawa, and mostly because I really just wanted to see him win. I love the kid.
He's playing well too.
He's already won one U.S. Open. I mean, he's due to win another major.
Yeah.
Like, he has been so hot of recent. I love that pick. That was actually going to be my pick.
Oh, I love Colin Morikawa. Yeah.
I'm going to take one down. So you, Chris. I'm taking Bryson DeChambeau. He's playing well in these majors. He's playing well.
And he is a good U.S. Open player, man.
Yeah.
He's big off the tee. You know, it's like they make it so long and
he's played consistent in the majors, just hasn't quite pulled through. So I'm gonna take him.
I hate him though, not as much as Kyrie, but
I mean, he's definitely gotten a lot better of recent. I agree. God, I just don't think that DeChambeau's got it. Like, he just doesn't have the precision off the tee to avoid getting so thick into that rough that he can't wind up bailing himself out.
You know what? That's why he's my pick, Chris, not yours.
Yeah, Joey took my pick. You took somebody that I wouldn't have even considered.
There you go.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Victor Hovland. Kind of the same thought process as Colin Morikawa. Like, he's just playing great golf. His chipping and putting has been insane of recent. He's good enough off the tee. Great pants. Has been known to have a pant or two. But no, he's fantastic off the tee. I think he knows, like, he's been around enough now to where he kind of knows where he can and can't miss. I think he plays courses well. And so I look to see him rise above here.
So,
We'll
my
see how-
real pick is my boy Scotty, but I'll take
No,
Colin.
it's not your real pick.
but-
That's not
Oh
how
my
it works.
God! Wow! It turns out that that's not your real pick because you picked Colin Morikawa.
Not how it works. And quickly
You
wrap it
said
up with
I
our...
couldn't pick. You said I couldn't pick Scotty.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
F you.
How boring is it to be like, oh, I'm going to pick the #1 golfer in the world, the guy who's
He's my
been just
dude.
untouchable.
People listen
this
for a
season?
whole hour for you to pick the fucking favorite? That's what we're doing?
He's my dude.
Jeez. Oh, congrats. He's everyone's dude. All right, stat of the day, boys. We're switching to baseball. You remember Bartolo Colon? Little chubby fella?
I love
I
Bartolo
sure do.
Colon.
All right. Well, this
Fat.
week,
Yeah.
this week in 2012, he had the longest streak ever for most consecutive strikes thrown in a game.
Are you
How many strikes in a row did Bartolo frickin' Colon throw in 2012?
I need Joey to
What a
answer first, just
stat.
so I even have like a general point of reference, because I have
How many straight
clue.
strikes in a row?
Okay, so fouls count as strikes too, right?
Yes,
So we got
correct.
to count that. So
Fouls and balls in play. It's all strikes.
most strikes in a row. All right, so this could be a crazy statistic because Greg Maddux had like 85 in a row that he didn't walk. And he broke it by they ordered an intentional walk, and it's like, oh, that's just
That's
mean.
stupid.
That's
Yeah.
just mean, and that broke the record. All right, so straight strikes pitched. I'm gonna go 22.
I'll go 30.
Christopher wins due to Price is Right rules. 38 strikes freaking in a row.
38 in
38.
a row.
Wow.
That's
By
absurd.
Bartolo
dude.
Cologne. Who would have ever
That is-
thunk that man?
Oh, yes, I
38
would think that
strikes.
because he was a contact pitcher.
He just throws it in there.
He wasn't somebody who's gonna blow it by you. He was just like, I'm gonna throw you a nasty spitter, a splitter. I'm gonna throw you a nasty splitter, and then just like try to put it in play, and they do, and then he gets it out. So and that's a strike. If they hit it, that's a strike. So that makes a lot of sense.
You know what makes no sense,
but
Joe?
38. That's
Makes
that's
no
insane.
sense.
What makes no sense?
Are you trying to shuffle us out of here? I'm not done.
This is it. That's it. That's the end of the show. That's it. We're shuffling out of here. Chris, we literally can't even see Joey. Joey is literally
Yeah, I am
pitch
dark.
Joey's outside right
In
now
the
while
dark.
recording.
Yeah.
He is just slowly drifting into the darkness.
a bear is
That
coming to
sunset
eat
was
Joey, and we're
gorgeous,
not
though.
going to see it. So
He's covered in
love,
honey
love,
and he has
love.
ill intent.
remember, join the Juice Boy community. There's always a drink poured for you, my friends. How's that for a little ending tagline?
Oh,
Did I just
wow.
I like
Ooh.
that.
keep workshopping that?
just
Love,
find
love,
some-
love.
We don't have
Did we just
friends,
find
though.
something there?
Yeah, maybe we'll find out. Love, love.
Bye.
Bye,
Harmonize again. Do we harmonize again? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Bye.
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 Can we make this be done?